are trading like crypto. It's that the parabolic advances always have these pullbacks on the road to them doing well. Like that's never going to not happen. It's down, yeah, like 30% in 5 days is insane. 55% from its record high. Yeah, it's nuts.
It's insane. 55%. Yeah, 30% in 5 days. Brother, this is where you're supposed to park your money when it's all said and done. You're supposed to retire and fucking throw your money in the S&P 500 and just chill. You're never supposed to, you know.
The volatility does get a lot lower for the highest like mega cap stocks. Like obviously Apple, Google, and all those are a lot less volatile than crypto. But just generally, what I will say to people is like, there's nothing in markets that can prevent you from experiencing volatility, especially when you're trying to get super high returns. Like something that goes up 100x, you're going to deal with some volatility along the way at some point. It doesn't just go up forever. That's what I just want to be clear on. I think
Microsoft's up today 15%. Microsoft.
Yeah,
again, trading like a fucking meme coin.
Yeah, what is Microsoft's market cap? What, like 2 trillion or something crazy?
I don't know. Yeah, that's insane. So yeah, explain to the people at home, people like me,
3.3 trillion.
What has to happen? How much money needs to get pumped into Microsoft for it to move up 15% at $2 trillion?
Billions of dollars, like billions and billions,
billions and billions and billions of dollars,
billions and billions of dollars. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, bro. The more people that are trading, and the more retail is trading, like especially as you add leverage on top of that, like that's why the fucking all Leopold stocks look so crazy, because they were they were borrowing money to go long. And then like when that unwind, that's why it's so aggressive. It's people on leverage, not just being long billions of dollars, but being long billions of dollars on leverage.
Speaking of being long or trading on leverage, you saw this? Yeah, this fucking poor guy. Yeah. This is a Fidelity account, bro. This looks like a fucking,
oh my God.
This is crazy.
Oh my God. Well, do we know what he was long?
This looks like crypto. I don't know. Must have been memory, right? Had to be, right?
It looks like Popcat.
No, for real though, but it's not. This is crazy. The fool's down 90% in the last month, over $20 million. Yeah, bro, ran it up from a couple hundred.
Like, yeah, you could only. The thing is with this, you only can run up like 200 bands to 27 million
on leverage.
The same way that on leverage, like the same way that he got there is the same way he goes down. Like it's a really tough task to add leverage in spots where everybody else is not adding leverage, and then take the leverage off when everybody else is adding leverage. That's how you make a lot of leverage. That's how you make a lot of money. Like if you enter your leverage positions when it's quiet, like before the market starts trending aggressively, and then you like have tight invalidations when it does start to break out, that's when you can make a lot of money on leverage. But when something is up like 10x, 15x, 20x, and you're like, I'm gonna go fucking 4x long my entire port into this thing randomly with no stop, that's how you end up getting fucked. And the most difficult part for people is like, you make all this money on leverage. What's your plan for de-risking? Like, when do you start to scale out? And if you don't have a plan for scaling out before it happens, there's absolutely no possible way you're going to be able to react in real time when your emotions are that high.
It makes sense if you're playing with a couple $100, right? Like you're gambling at the end of the day. You want to run some shit up, but bro, to trade like that, to risk that. We don't know what this guy's circumstances are. We don't know how rich or how broke this guy is. But
no, bro, he was that's definitely like he was all. That's probably like he was all in his net. Like he probably had 200K at the start, and probably not all his net. I don't want to say all his net, but he probably had 200K at the start, and that was like a large chunk. He's like, I'm gonna run this shit the fuck up, and then at the top when it was like 27 million, I bet that was a very large percent of his net.
It makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, bro. Round tripping is part of this.
So I guess the question is, if you want to play it safe, like where do you go? Where do you go in 2026? Precious metals, real estate, like.
No, I mean, I still would say like the Mag 7 is safe. Like Microsoft, Apple, Google, Nvidia, Meta. I would still say those are like the safest stocks. It's gonna be a lot more volatility now, just because there's a lot more volatility just in general with trading everything. I think that's gonna continue to be a trend. But I would say like you always have your cash, which is like your safest. That's like your cushion for everything. Diversifying the metals. I actually think gold and silver look really good here. Actually, I do think they're in a great spot to be long metals, stocks, and then you have your crypto, which is like the riskiest of your portfolio. But the way to like hedge against volatility is to have a diversified portfolio.
You say that a lot.
Yeah, it's like being diversified in different areas.
You mentioned crypto, and you've been very bullish on the timeline, the black bull.
Bro, we're in. Bottom is in, bro. Bottom is in.
Let me just.
Bottom is in.
Is on chain
bro.
on chain back? Is on chain back?
On chain is back. On chain is 100% back. I think for the first time in like several months, you're starting to see coins run from like 0 to 100 mil plus market cap. It's a 0 to 10 mil plus market cap. And in addition to that, you're not just seeing coins run, but you're also seeing devs and builders build innovative things on chain that are actually novel, actually attracting attention, and like our new thing. That's what I'm most excited about, not just on Solana, but also on Ethereum, on Robinhood, Robinhood's chain. You're starting to see a lot of really cool stuff.
You said Ethereum.
I said Ethereum, bro. I'm even. That's how bullish I am. I'm that bullish crypto right now. I'm even bullish Ethereum right now. That's how bullish I am.
It's great. That's a clip, by the way. Clip magic.
I'm not even joking, bro.
Whoever's doing clips, post that on Z's Twitter right now. That's going nuts, bro. That's going nuts. Finally, throwing these guys a bone.
Hey man, I support it if it looks good, bro. If it's making sense.
Talking about look good, bro. This pump fund shit doesn't even look real. This is crazy.
I know. Yeah, this is Q3. So like since the beginning of July, Pump Fund has outperformed like every other major crypto asset. I think it's up like 30, what does that say? 32%? Yeah, 32%.
These aren't apps, by the way. This is Ethereum, this is Bitcoin, this is Solana. You know what I mean?
Bro, Sand is down minus 50%, by the way. I was getting railed so hard when I called like memory top, crypto bottom. They were roasting me, bro. And look at this Q3 chart.
You couldn't have been more right. You couldn't have been more right. Honestly, look, somebody clip this and then roll the clip with the timestamp of him calling that. You called them in the same fucking day, brother.
I did. Same day.
Memory top and that
same day.
That's got to go down as the most legendary call on the show thus far. It was live.
Bro, imagine if we go to all-time highs from here and on-chain comes back like right after the Ansem shit drop. Bro, that would be insane.
You got to post that with the timestamp and pin it to your fucking Twitter forever. And just like,
I know, it's like, don't talk to me. Don't
ever speak a word to me ever again. I gave you guys generational wealth on a platter.
Yeah, crazy. But I want to talk more about the on-chain stuff, though. I think there's some interesting things happening on-chain right now. I think specifically like Uniswap and the V4 hooks is really cool, which is allowing people to do like more creative things with the liquidity pools. Like an interesting project. I just bought this recently. I don't even know if I should chill it, but there's a few things on like Robinhood chain that are doing well. There's a few things on ETH mainnet that are doing well. And I think it would like behoove you as a retail trader to start paying attention on chain again. I know there's been like not a lot of opportunities basically all of this year, but if you think crypto bottom is in, even if you think majors are going to chop around for a while, I think these are the times where like there's not a lot of interest in crypto. And if you position now early in these novel coins and novel mechanisms that are happening, that's how you make a lot of money during the bull market. Because like once everybody comes back, then it's really easy to have liquidity that pushes these things higher. So there's a lot going on. I'll be paying attention to a lot of things right now.
I think this is a pretty fresh take. This is a good approach. This is a good way to think about things. I feel like kind of sums up everything that you're talking about.
Oh yeah, it was like dead a month ago, by the way, and now it's like back.
This is bars. Be mindful of your capital. Don't chase a certain number. Just focus on winning consistently over time. Like I said in gaming, like if you win more times than you lose, you know,
bro, like you have your safe part of your port, which is whatever in crypto majors and stocks and metals and cash, and then you have your degen part of your port, which is on chain. And if with that degen part of your portfolio, you are trying to be early to all the narratives before everybody else. And size in a way that like you don't care if you lose that position, but if it does really well and it hits 100x, it's meaningful for you, and that's like how you should be playing on chain.
On that note, degen plays, not giving a fuck if you lose. Maybe a perfect segue into the BBC combo, the Polymarket BBC combo. Production, do we have that? Is that a thing?
Can we please make this happen, please?
Guys? We talked to Polymarket about opening up a market like a combo. Z tweeted out something along the lines of, how do I parlay the Eagles to win the Super Bowl, the Sixers to win the NBA championship, and Solana to $600? He's like, I need Polymarket to make this possible. Please make it possible for this to be a combo. I know you guys have sports combos. If I can get literally Eagles to win the Super Bowl, Sixers to win the championship with LeBron, and then Solana to hit 600 all in the next year, please let me trade that. Please. Is it live? If it's not live, it needs to be live.
Please, I'm begging. It's like, bro, it's got to be like 1,000x, 10,000x. And it's like so unlikely that it will happen that the other side of it should make money. Somebody's going to take the opposite side of that.
And Polymarket,
like,
you have to.
Ansem can't get that shit, right? There's no fucking way.
You got to call it. That should be 1,000x, by the way. You got to call it the BBC, the black bull combo. That's what we need, bro.
We need this.
We need
I'm so excited for
BBC,
this
bro.
to
We need
happen.
BBC bad.
We do.
Bad.
Really
I
bad.
thought it was a thing already. I thought it was a market. It's here. I don't know. You guys need to open that though.
Yeah, we need this. We need this. It would be so funny, bro.
No, peak promo material too. It's like it should be free. It's like one notch below like the will Jesus come back before GTA 6? Like on board, sign up, catch a free bag, you know?
Yeah.
But if you're right about that, that's like gross. That's
God
gross.
Mode.
It's
God
gross.
mode.
It's 100 million view clip. What else do we have? Give us updates on Ansem. Let us know. I know a lot of people are here. Putting the ticker in the chat. You've been building the community. You just put it. You just open up a Discord. Over 10K members. I don't know what's sitting at, but the last time I checked, it was at 10K. Ricky, BBC Banks. So stupid.
Yeah.
Update us on Anthem.
Yeah, it's been going well. It's been like 30 days since I CTO'd Ansem. Like somebody launched and sent it to me on my Pump Fund profile, and I basically took it over as my coin and been connecting everything that I'm doing in crypto and outside of crypto towards that. And so it's been like not sleeping a lot, to be honest. Been doing a ton of work, talking to a lot of people. Have like a full content team now, have a full socials team now. What I really wanted to be is a community of people that are like learning how to trade and learning how to make money on the internet. So whether it's like you want to be a dev, learning how to build an AI, you want to be a trader, like learning how to trade crypto, trade perps. And then Ansem is the coin that like represents that. And because we have so much attention, I've been trying to figure out ways to leverage this attention in a way that's like net accretive to all the holders. Like there's a ton of people who want to like partner with me for marketing or partner with me for X, Y, and Z. And I put out a video last week saying essentially like, if there was a way for Ansem holders to benefit from airdrops from other coin communities and get like unique benefits from other protocols. And that's what's been like my main focus right now is working on how to like productize that and how to build that and partner with different people on that. So that's taking a lot of my time. Gonna have like more info on what that actually looks like soon. But yeah, I have a lot of really cool ideas for like marketing and then also utility and a whole bunch of other stuff. So
I think you summed it up pretty well in this tweet. Yeah, this is like an underrated tweet. It was buried in replies and stuff, but this is kind of along the lines of
So I was like, yeah. So somebody asked like, essentially they've been saying like, bro, you're not serious about this coin. It's just like a meme coin. Like you're not gonna add any value to it. And I just want to say, like, one, I do think meme coins are going to do really well this cycle. And I do think Ansem as a meme is a really good meme. But yeah, go back to the post.
Sorry.
My bad. But yeah, so I said try to give a short form of these. Like tokenized attention networks backed by reputable creators have a lot of value with Web2 companies and in crypto. So it's twofold. And for Web2 companies, my audience is one of the highest dollar value per user on the internet. Most of them are traders and willing to take risks, so they spend much more than your average consumer anywhere else. The reason that everybody wants me to talk about their coins is because of this fact: easy sell to companies who are looking to market toward this specific group of people. And I truly believe this. Like I know for a fact my following on X is one of the highest spending groups of people on the internet. Like they're all traders, not all traders, but a lot of them are traders. A lot of them are learning how to trade and are also willing to risk their capital on different things. They're willing to spend their capital on different things. And because of that, if there was a way for companies to access this group of people, then it's net positive for those companies and for those protocols. And so that was the first part of it for like Web2.
Well, this has all been proven time and time again on chain, like provable on chain. Your influence and your ability to move markets. And like, what's the most egregious example? Like I know your cat, the Hobbs thing went nuts, but like what's whiff? You can't really quantify. You can't really quantify whiff. That's obviously fucking like was huge in part to you. The shit ran to how much money had to get invested into that, had to move into whiff for it to
a lot, bro. A lot.
Millions and millions and millions of tens of millions.
What was the other? I just want to see the crypto.
What the tweet?
The second part of it, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my bad. So I was gonna say, yeah, for crypto, like there's a lot of protocols, real infra and meme coins who want to partner for my attention and pay money to do so. Instead of doing that, so what I'm trying to productize for people. So instead of companies paying me directly, there's a way that they can add value to Ansem token holders in whatever their protocols are directly and airdrop coins to those people instead of just giving things to me. And I think there's a really cool way to do this. And we've already seen it start to happen with that NFT collection, like the Bullpen NFT collection. They've done really well because they like directed 100% of their revenue to buying Ansem. And they're like the #1 most traded NFT collection on Solana. So that's just like one proof of concept for how the attention around my followers and community of people on X can be used to benefit other things that aren't just me. And I think you can scale that in a lot of different ways. So that's my general thoughts on that.
Sounds great. I have one more question for you directly. I want to ask you, we've talked about this internally, but it's been a while since we hit a target for Bitcoin. I know there's a Polymarket. There's a market for this on Polymarket somewhere, but is Bitcoin going to 100K by 2026?
I think the market on Polymarket right now, it's about like 11% for Bitcoin to hit 100K. Right now, Bitcoin trades around like 65K. So it would have to close to double to, well, a little bit under a double to hit that by end of the year. But if you look at late 2024, when Bitcoin bottomed at 58K around like November, right before Trump won the election, it went to 100K in like 45 days. And so what I'm looking at right now, I think this is mispriced. I think it's higher than 11% chance that it's going to hit 100K by end of the year. And I think that these odds will change a lot if we can break and hold above 70K. And so I think this is a good setup. I think it's something closer to like 35% that it could hit 100K by end of the year. And so this is a trade.
Pull up the market in the middle.
11%.
Yeah, pull up the market, not this. We want to see the market with the odds. Oh, you traded it. It's at 9% actually, 9.5%.
9.5%. I think it's too low, bro. I think it's too low. And I wonder like if
it really is up only though. Like this has to be up only. There's no way it goes lower than 9% or much lower than 9%.
If we fall out at the bottom falls out, then it will go lower.
Well, we're in real big trouble if that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Real big trouble if that happens.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Ansem and banks, they are live streaming right now.
Who's our first guest?
We have our first guest waiting in the waiting room. Would you like to introduce him, Z? He's ready to go. Production, we can bring him in whenever we're ready. I'll let Z introduce him.
Yeah, so as you guys know, Robinhood Chain has made a lot of waves in crypto the past month or so. I think they've done a great job at their go-to-market, basically competing with Base and other L2s. And Johann is their head of crypto at Robinhood, crypto leading all their stuff over there. So we're excited to have him on and ask him questions about what their go-to-market is and like how they're thinking about crypto as an additional value add for their business. And so if you guys have any questions in the chat, definitely like put them out, but we're going to ask them some cool stuff.
Bring him in, production.
Hey guys, how have you been?
Amazing. What a professional W setup, by the way.
I like the cactus.
Have to tell you, listen, you in frame right now. You look AI. It's too good.
It's good.
This is the best setup that we've had from a guest. The entirety of the show. We have to give you that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The team is the one actually deserving the congrats. So I'll relate to the team.
W Robinhood, good shit, guys. Yeah, Johann, how do you pronounce your full name?
It's actually Johann Kerbrat, but yeah.
I got to be honest with you, I was fucking terrified of botching it. That's why I pushed it off to Z to introduce you. But
yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, I fully fried you. But yeah, Z introduced you. But would you like to introduce yourself to the show and to the chat and let them know who you are, where you're from, and what you do day to day?
Yeah, absolutely. Johann, I've been at the company for about 5 years. I basically lead the crypto business and the international businesses. And yeah, excited to talk about the Robinhood chain. We launched it about 30 days ago. So it's been pretty hot and we're excited to keep working on it.
You guys shook some shit up. Are you surprised? Are you surprised at what the response from CT?
We were expecting a lot of excitement. Every time we did something on crypto, we saw a lot of excitement on CT. I think for a long time, people were kind of not expecting Robinhood to play on crypto as deep as we've done it. And right now, we're proving that when you actually remove some of the barrier to entry and you make it accessible and you actually integrate all distribution with 27 million plus users in the US to our chain, you can do a lot of great things.
Yeah, you guys have fucking absolutely nailed that. You definitely have the users. You guys appeal to that mainstream retail audience and user. Why do you think that is? Why do you think Robinhood's done such a good job at doing that?
I think we made things that were complicated pretty simple. A lot of the investors on Robinhood are brand new users to investing, to thinking about finance. And so we started with them early in their journey. And, now they grew up. financially, and they still use Robinhood. And so thanks to that, we saw a lot of people recommending to use Robinhood as a platform. Same thing with crypto. Like, for a very long time, crypto was just too complicated. We were asking to create a wallet, to save your seed key, to bridge, and all this kind of stuff. And most people, they don't want to do that. They just want to use a product and make it work and make sure that whatever they're trying to buy or to swap or to do is easy to do. So that's what we've been focusing on. And we've seen it with one of the products we just launched. It's called Robinhood Earn. You can get approximately 7% on your cash through a stablecoin. And when you do that, you don't have to create a wallet. You don't have to send a transaction or anything. We just do everything for you. And it just takes 3 or 4 or 5 taps maybe in the app. So I think that's what we need to focus on as a crypto industry, is to make it super easy for people to use products and at the same time get the benefit of the technology so that we can get better yield or better return or better transaction systems.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. And I know you guys have done such a great job with the retail user base in the US. How do you guys think of like integrating all of your crypto products with the native Robinhood app? I know the base guys have done a really good job of like making Coinbase Wallet, a lot of the functions and features native within Coinbase. I'm curious if you guys are also thinking of your Robinhood app versus like the Robinhood Wallet and Robinhood crypto stuff accessible in the same way.
Yeah, we started to do that. So the Earn product I just mentioned is in the main app. And you just have to, it's starting to be rolled out to customers. So you may not have seen it just yet, but we will be at 100% pretty soon. But so it's in the main app. So basically, like, you don't have to create a separate wallet or anything like that. And we will try to integrate more and more features. Like, the idea of the chain was not just to be a chain on the side. It was to be deeply integrated with all the products that we have. And we think that the more we can do that, the better it will be in terms of usage and getting more people to participate on it. But yeah, we also have the Robinhood wallet. It's our official wallet for the chain, really focused on swapping of assets, like from Memecoins to just crypto assets, to our stock tokens product, to also perps if you're eligible in a jurisdiction that works. So we are trying to think about the two sides. We have 27 million funded account in the US, so obviously we want the main app to be integrated very well with the chain. We also have 1 million plus customer outside of the US, so that's already a big audience. And our wallet is available in 120 plus countries. So basically, we think that we can have the entire world almost connected to the chain through some of our application.
Awesome. And how are you guys thinking of like the apps that are going to be building on the Robinhood chain? Are you guys like being very hands-on with like supporting the actual teams that are building all these different applications, or are you more hands-off and kind of expecting things to just happen on their own? Reason I ask that is because we've had like a lot of discussions with L1s and L2s over the past few years in crypto. And I think what we've seen is like the core thing that drives a lot of activity to these new chains is like when you have a breakout application that does really well. And if you're a new L1 or L2 and you don't have that breakout application or don't have that event that people can make a lot of money on, then it's hard kind of to bootstrap and keep activity consistent. So I'm curious how you guys are thinking about like the app ecosystem.
Yeah, it's a combination. So when we launched, we wanted to make sure that we had the entire ecosystem ready to go. So we did many partnership for the day one, from RPC providers like Alchemy to Oracle providers like Chainlink and DEXs and other wallet providers. Like, we really wanted to make sure that on day one, a developer that wanted to build on the chain could do it. And I think that's critical. The other thing that we are doing is we are doing some of this deep integration with some of these providers. So for example, on the Robin wallet, if you trade perps, you are using one of the lighter integration that we have. And they customize kind of their system to use the Robin chain for settlement and for using some of the UI and UX that we wanted to build. And so, it's going to be a bit of this combo situation. Obviously, I think we don't want to be part of every single application being built on the chain. Like, we don't want to dictate what people should build. It's a permissionless chain. So the idea was really that anyone can build what they think about or what they care about. But we really wanted to push at least on the AI aspect. So we have skills that are available to create your wallet, to integrate with DEXs like Uniswap, and also on the tokenized real world assets, where we already launched about 200 stock tokens that are tradable 24/7 and give you exposure to US stocks and ETF. And the third point is all the crypto assets from Memecoins and other. We've been trying to make sure that we have people to support liquidity, from AMM to RFQs to launchpads, like these kind of things. So it's a combination, and ideally when we see things that are working well and things that are exciting for our customers, we'll make sure that we can support them in other ways.
Very cool.
I think what Robinhood does best is what you spoke about earlier, and just like making it so easily accessible. Obviously trading, especially crypto, can be very abrasive. It can be intimidating. The hoops that you have to jump through, the steps that you have to take, removing those steps, gamifying it, making it attractive, I think is very, very important. I think just speaking to the way that I think the opportunity that I feel like Robinhood has, and what people have obviously spent most time speculating on in regards to like meme coins and people coming and building things on your guys' platform, is just like the discoverability, the attention piece, the distribution. Robinhood has that. You guys have fucking, what did you say, 20 million people?
27.
28 million funded accounts.
It's insane. And in the world of crypto, sometimes, we've been in like a stone cold bottom bear market in crypto. Sometimes, some days on CT, it feels like there's fucking 5 people, left. And it's like people hear 27 million. And I kind of think about it in terms of like the app store. We talk a lot about like who's going to win this AI model race. And we're both bullish on Apple, but just because of the distribution piece. Everybody has an iPhone in their pocket. Right. And when you think about what Apple's done a really good job at, it is exactly that. It's the UI, it's the user experience. It's making it very, very user friendly. And I just feel like a huge issue that crypto's had, and like crypto native apps have had, is like discoverability or lack thereof. And just like the Apple App Store of like Robinhood. Like, is this kind of in line with how you guys are thinking about building things and supporting the crypto stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll start seeing more and more of this integration, where we don't want people to have to connect their wallet manually to a dApp and authorize a transaction manually, and then if they connect it to the wrong dApp and they authorize the wrong transaction, suddenly their wallet is drained. Like, that's the worst experience. Yeah. That's been kind of the plague of the industry in a lot of ways. What we're thinking is the opposite. It's like we want to make it easy, and so like the Earn product, for example, like everything is done for you in a few taps. And most people won't care about anything else. But if you're one of the crypto geek or an engineer and you want to actually export the key and integrate it in your own wallet, you can do it. And that's the beauty of it. You're not locked into the Robinhood platform. You can take your key and use whatever wallet, MetaMask or anything else. And you're not locked on the Robinhood platform. So that's the beauty of crypto, but at the same time, it's super easy to use. And I think that's where we need to just keep focusing on, because the technology is better. Like, we already know that. 24/7 always work, decentralized, security by default. You have fractionalization. It's transparent. You can verify the code of the smart contracts. All of that is so much better than the current traditional system. But because of like all the issues that you mentioned and all the problems that has been in the industry, it's been slow to get adopted. And so I think our goal for us is to make sure that we can bring this value to the product that we are building for customers, and they don't have to worry about their keys and all this stuff.
Yeah. That makes a ton of sense. Why did you guys, I guess, start to do it now? Like, do you think the timing around like the regulatory environment and like in the US, did that add like any reason to why you started to do it now? And how do you think about like, I think we both agree that like the technology is better than existing 24/7 trading. All these things makes a ton of sense. But as you know, in crypto, we've had a ton of issues trying to get support like regulatory wise in the US. Do you guys feel like you have an advantage there? And is like that part of the reason why you decided to do a chain now?
No, I think the chain, we've been thinking about it for a long time. It was something that we wanted to build. We felt like the infrastructure of some of our services could be better on chain. It just